Servus, Männer, it's Red Pill Germany again. I finally landed in Japan and I can breathe the wonderful fresh air once again. I survived China, as you can hear and see. Um, yeah, the reason why I didn't upload any videos from China is not that the Great Firewall was updated or that I didn't have a VPN ready before I landed. No. The reason was that YouTube decided that I'm not allowed to upload for a week because YouTube has a problem with some of my older videos. If you think that this has something to do with politics or maybe the upcoming election next year in the United States or a crackdown on patriotic dissident voices on social media, yeah, I think you're thinking in the wrong direction because all the videos that were deleted last week, and there were a bunch of them, had nothing to do with politics whatsoever, nothing with patriotism or anything political. It was just the old man woman question. And yeah, I made a lot of videos about that in the earlier days of my channel. It's just that, you say the things you need to say and then you move on. I mean, I'm still making these videos every now and then, and my position on these issues hasn't changed so much over the years. But I would maybe phrase some things a little differently these days. And I also would say that the audio quality would be much nicer these days if I made these videos in 2019 rather than in 2016. Yeah, my early videos are not really cringy, that's not the word I would use, but maybe low quality, or yeah, I really did have a crappy microphone, but that's really beside the point here. The thing is, that I made a lot of videos about this topic. I think you all know that I'm a married guy, but that, yeah, my position towards marriage is rather ambivalent. Yeah, that I have a lot of understanding, or, well, I think I have a lot of sympathies for men who choose not to get married. And especially in the Western world, I think there are reasons for that, very good rational reasons. But I think that I just discussed certain topics that are not even hateful towards women or not even mocking women or anything like that. The video that actually was the reason why YouTube decided I cannot upload anymore was about the phenomenon that you see in East Asia. I made this video actually many years ago from Japan, and I talked about the Christmas cake phenomenon. That means just that women over the age of 25 in Japan, and I think that goes for many other cultures and countries as well, are just not seen as prime marriage material anymore, or maybe if you want to be nasty about it, you would say a little bit over the expiration date. And this has, of course, biological reasons. This is not just some social construct of the patriarchy. No, this is just something. This has to do with the fact that the chances of getting pregnant the natural way and having healthy offspring decline rapidly after 30. And if you want to get married a little bit earlier, well, then 25 seems actually like a pretty reasonable age for marriage. And every year after that, it gets harder and harder. Now, you really don't need to be a medical doctor or work in the field of reproductive medicine to know that this is just biological reality. And yeah, we have ways to cheat the system or to postpone the inevitable a little bit by very costly, very evasive, yeah, maybe not dangerous, but at least very um, inconvenient and painful, or yeah, evasive medical techniques. Yeah, reproductive medicine um, is not something that's very nice if you're over 35 or 40. Yeah, it's possible, but it's really costly, very expensive. And I talk to people who think about that or who are actually in the process of doing that. I know people who did that in the past, and they all agree that it would have been much better to do it the natural way a couple of years earlier. So I don't think this is hateful towards anybody. I don't think it's controversial. I don't see how this has anything to do with hate or actually the email I got from YouTube says that I incited to violence against minorities. Yeah, right. By telling women that it's better to have children early if they want them, and that maybe they will regret it when they're older. And the examples, not only in the German media, but all over the world, are full of, I mean, the media or whatever you have. I mean, we have so many examples of women who are 40, 50, 60, and they all say they regret that they didn't have children. But society in the West kind of tells young women that they shouldn't marry, that they shouldn't have children, and then they regret it later. And it's not a Japanese thing. It's not a Chinese thing that women are considered marriage material or proper marriage material until the age of 25, and after that it gets worse, right? This is not a Far Eastern thing. This is a human thing, and guess what? It was the same way in former times in Europe also. Yeah? Our ancestors, my ancestors, they thought the same way because it's not a cultural thing, it's a biological thing, okay? And if you want to be angry at the messenger, all right. But yeah, so I don't want to go into so much more detail. I think the topic is very clear, and I think everybody who knows me or my channel, you guys know that I am not hateful towards anybody. I never condone nor did I incite to acts of violence or hatred. This is just not true, especially a video like that where I just talk about biological realities and how they actually gave birth, haha, to cultural phenomena that we see, or these catchy expressions like Christmas cake in Japan and also in China, I guess. All right, so now, as you can see and hear, I can upload to YouTube again, and this just goes to show, I could be gone, or my channel could be gone, basically overnight. So if you were not subscribed to my Telegram channel or my BitChute channel, you probably didn't even know what happened. So I urge you, if you want to stay updated from my side, and if you enjoy my content, and if you don't want to miss anything, you should probably subscribe to my BitChute channel and also my Telegram channel. I'm always happy for patrons and donations, but I think if you like this channel, the best thing is to subscribe to my alternative media channels, because the risk of being deleted or banned are much smaller there. Yeah. All right. So I hope you are all safe and you are doing well, and expect to hear more from me. I hope that I can be active longer on YouTube, but you never know. All right. Take care. Servus, Kameraden.